Okay, my connection is weak. Great. Well, I'm still going to go for it and see what happens. This is another riveting episode of Live Heather's Sink Washing Brushes. It's the story of my life. So, being that it's the story of my life, let me introduce you to some of my LimeLight stuff and my LimeLight brushes. And no, you're not going to see me, and I probably am not going to be able to see you because my hands are going to get all wet and my dog is going to bark. But this cleanser is amazing, and it's called Come Clean, and it's by LimeLight by Alcone. It's young coconut milk, and it's a brush and a sponge cleanser or shampoo. I showed you guys before how to clean a sponge with it, the Blenderful, which is amazing. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's amazing. Oh my goodness, stop, Patty. I'm trying not to look at comments. And I'm going to turn on the sink, and I'm going to show you guys brushes. Alright, I did a makeover earlier, and my brushes are dirty, so I got to wash them. If you don't wash your brushes, you should just be... I don't even know. You should be grossed out by what's living on your brushes. Alright, so I'm going to start with the smallest brush that I have, that I used, which is a brow taming brush. It's got two different ends on it. One end is a brush and one end is a spoolie. The brush, having an angle like that, is awesome for getting into, either you can use it for eyeliner, you can use it for eyebrows. I use it for a lot of different things. Can you guys hear me okay? Thanks for saying you like my sink, Patty. I appreciate that. Can you hear me though? Give me a something. Give me a, I can hear you. You want the brush. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to wet the brush. I'm going to wet the soap, and I'm going to swirl it around, and it will take everything, product-wise, out of the brush. And hopefully Bananas is jealous because she can't wash her brushes because she doesn't have thumbs. That's the thing about dogs. They don't have thumbs. So, as you can see, clean. And then you lay them flat to dry. Bananas, I know, you're jealous. Okay, the next brush is like similar to the first one, but it doesn't have a spoolie, and it's a little bit thicker than the first brush I showed you. See how much thinner? The angled liner brush. This one it has firm bristles, so you can fill in your brows, you can apply eyeshadow, you can do eyeliner, whatever you need to do with it. So that's pretty cool. So you're going to wet it, you're going to swirl it around, and then I take it and I kind of massage it around, and you can see the stuff's coming right out of it, all the cosmetics. Yay! I know it's riveting. I know you're like totally just riveted by me washing brushes right now. Be totally jealous. There's 4 people watching right now, watching me wash my brushes. And then you just lay them flat to dry. Alright, next I'm going to use this brush. Notice they all are LimeLight brushes. This one is called a Smoky Liner brush. I'm wetting it. I'm swirling it. And you run the brush cleaner through it. It's just a shampoo. It cleans it. It has the coconut milk in it, so that helps to condition the bristles. And that one made a huge difference because before it was kind of a brownish color. So, there you go. And this one, you can get a smoky eye look in seconds because you can line the eyes with precision and control, but it gives you a big old fat line, so that's good for a smoky. Smoky. Then lay it down to dry. Alright, moving on to another. Oh yeah, it's another LimeLight brush. Look at it. It looks pretty dirty. Yep, a dirty brush. This one is called it's a number 6. It's a concealer brush, but I also used it for eyeshadow. So that's why it has kind of a terracotta end to it. Once again, I'm going to wet the brush, swirl it around. See the terracotta coming out? Can you see? Can you see? Just swirl it. And I massage the bristles. And I rinse it. Remember, it was terracotta colored, and you saw how fast that was? Guess what? It is clean. And then I just lay it flat. Moving on. I was told a long time ago by a very well-known makeup artist friend of mine that if a makeup artist was to show up to assist her and had less than 10 brushes in her brush roll, she would tell them to go away. So, there's a note for you. If you have less than 10 brushes, you probably need more. Alright, this brush here, as you can see, is another, it's a little fluffier. It is the, I think this is number 10. It's like a pointed blender brush. And you can use the pointed blender brush to add depth to the crease of the eye, to blend your shadows. You could even use it for highlighter. You could use it for concealer. So wet it. You can see how nice and soapy that stuff gets. And rinse it out. I know, riveting. Now I only have 2 people. 2 people. Yay. Hi, 2 people. So, then I lay it down. Moving on. I only have like 5 more brushes left. This one kind of reminds you of the pointed blender, but it's not. It's number 8. This one is a dome blender. And the dome blender, you can get like a smoldering eye. It picks up and holds products with ease, and then you can contour and shade your eyelids really fast. So that's the number 8 brush. It's pretty amazing. So you see, I wet the bristles, I swirled it. I only have 1 viewer. How sad. It's okay. I'm not too sad. It's just washing brushes. So then if you ever wanted to go back and see dirty brushes, I guess you could go and see them. Alright. So, then I just lay it down. Moving on. We're getting bigger. The brushes are getting bigger. Here's another brush. It's another LimeLight brush. Yay. This one, I believe, is the number 7. It's called the Large Shadow Brush. This you can take and you can put all over your whole eyelid. So you can, our eyeshadows are super pigmented, so you want to make sure that you don't rub it really hard into the eyeshadow because it'll pick up a ton and you'll waste product. But you could just pick up some product, wipe it on your eyelid, and you're done. It's like a one-swipe wonder. It's kind of awesome. Shampoo, shampoo, massage, massage. Hey, there's 2. It's you! Are you my only viewer? Well, it says there's 2 people. So what is it, you and your dog, Pringles? Is Pringles sitting next to you snoring? Do you feel like we're on a kind of a podcast right now? I feel like we're on a podcast. Anyway, this is the next brush I'm going to wash. I know, it's riveting. It's the number 5 buffer brush. The number 5 buffer brush is currently sold out until February. It's so popular. What the buffer brush can do is apply your cream foundation, it can apply powders, and you can blend, diffusing the hard lines by making circles. So you buff it on. That's why it's called a buffer brush. Yay! So I'm going to swirl it on here. You can see the color coming out of the bristles. And I'm going to go ahead and rinse it out. I don't know if you can see in the sink because I can't really see my phone that well to see what's videoing. But the bristles were kind of a foundation color, and now you can tell that was super quick, and they're back to being their beautiful clean white color. I love these little white tips because they help to buffer on your foundation and your powder. And if you've noticed, I don't have any bristle fallout because why? Because LimeLight's professional grade products. You're not going to have bristles falling out left and right. Alright, moving on to this big bad boy right here. This big bad boy is your number 1 brush, 01. It's called your tapered powder brush. This you sculpt and shape your cheeks. You can add it to your temples, you use powder, you can use blush, you can use highlighter, whatever you need to use, and it's got a really nice tapered point to it. Hi, I see your smiley face. So I'm going to go ahead and wet. A lot of people get nervous when they want to wash these bigger brushes. They think they're going to take forever to dry. But this Come Clean brush and sponge cleanser, it rinses out really fast and it dries pretty quick too. So once again, massage. You can see all the color coming out of it. That's the amazing pigment that I used. Rinse it out. No bristle fallout. And you can see I'm not treating it like it's like some kind of crazy little delicate piece of equipment. And then I squeeze it out. And look, clean. And then lay it flat. Lay your brushes flat to dry because it's better for them. Hi, Tina. It says Tina's watching. Hi, Tina. Alright, and the last brush I used was this big, giant, huge Mondo brush. It's like an all-over powder brush. It's huge. It's longer handled. As you can see, it's much bigger. And for your all-over powder brush, of course, you would use this to put on all of your setting powders or your HD powders. And it applies your pressed powders evenly across your face. And it kind of gives like an airbrush. When you're blending them in, it gives an airbrush finish to the makeup underneath it. So once again, I wet the bristles, massage the bristles so it gets the soap all through it, and then rinse it out. It's pretty easy. This cleanser is amazing. It doesn't have any kind of a real scent to it. It's just going to clean your brushes. Because I work on so many different people, I never want to have like some kind of a fragrance that people would not enjoy close to their face. So I am very happy that this doesn't have any fragrance to it. So now it's clean. Then I lay it flat, just like I laid all the other ones flat. So let me see, what does the ingredients on this say it has? Ingredients, it says vegan coconut purified water, natural coconut oil, palm oil, sea salt, sodium hydroxide, and tea tree essential oils. And these all are handmade in the USA. They're by the London Brush Company, but they're for LimeLight by Alcone. If you need any makeup brushes at all, we have 15 in a kit. You can purchase them from LimeLight by Alcone. And make sure you get some brush cleaner. That's all. I know it was riveting. I'll talk to you guys later. Wash your brushes. Clean your brushes. Bye!